Hey, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen, ponies and gentlefolk? This is the one, the only, criticism guy, 2009. I almost said to come up for there. Excuse my lack of words and my brain farts. They've been going on for about 5 years. So before I do begin, real quick, this video is brought to you by Powerade Grape. It's just like fucking one of those ice creams from Ben and Jerry's, but a lot better, a lot more good for you too, obviously. So yeah. Before I do begin this video, I want to give a real small shout out to Meteor Electric. I already gave him a lot of shout outs before. He's on my Nintendo Freak 2011 channel if you want to check him out. I'll put the second link to my channel and his channel down below in the description box. And without further ado, sorry if I'm feeling out of breath. I just came back from work about a couple minutes ago, so I just finished taking a bus. I had to run and shit, so if I'm out of breath, you'll know why. So yeah, basically, what happened was that last week on Friday, I actually heard about this news. Actually, I think it was Saturday. That all 15 states around the East Coast and the southern areas, I actually found out that they saw this big giant flashlight of a meteor, which is fucking crazy. I know I did about 2 months ago. I was talking about that meteor that hit Russia, smashed the hell out of Russia. That's what I titled the video. If you haven't checked it out, about a good 2 months, going on 3 months ago. So you know, it was a real scary shit situation. I got like a good decent 100 views on there so far. So, you know, I did pretty good for myself. Some people hate it, some people like it, but you know, if whether you hate it or love it, as long as you watch the video, that's all I really care about. That's really all it depends on. So, as you can see right here, you know, this is like the time and the place. I think this was on Coney Island or Staten Island or something like that. That's where they took the picture of it. You get a closer look, you'll see the other meteor that was actually about to hit the ocean in New York. Fucking crazy. Check that shit out. Fucking beautiful, but at the same time extremely dangerous too, you know, because this meteor was to hit fucking New York or whatever, it'd be straight out of a fucking sci-fi movie, literally. So in a way, this would probably be more like an act of God, more than like I don't really see the government, like the offshore bank cartels, the globalists, financial terrorists, Illuminati, Freemasons. I don't think they would have had no part to do with it because this shit's from outer space. There's no way in hell they have control of the universe. They have control of the world, but not the universe. Because the only one that has control of the universe is God and God alone. That's it. I don't care what any atheist people, Scientologist people out there say. You know what? He's the one that's ruling everything, not the Illuminati and shit. Maybe in this world they are, but, you know, they're going to end up paying once they have to confront God face to face. And God, you know, literally accusing them of stuff that they did do. You know, it's fucking wrong. You know, I hope they burn in the pits of hell when they go to fucking hell and die. I really hope they fucking get the worst rape punishment down there that the demons could ever get anything, you know? But other than that, you know, I'm getting off topic now. Let's just talk about this New York shit. Unfortunately, I think there were a couple, like, I don't know if there were a couple houses or a couple oceans. I know there are oceans out there, obviously. It's right next to the Atlantic Ocean. Where else is it going to be, you know? I didn't really get too much information on this. I was kind of wishing I would have watched another little bit more information on this video because I didn't really get too much of the video in. Because I know I didn't get to see any video capture of this crazy catastrophic event, you know. Luckily, nobody didn't die. There was no Sonic rain we got left or nothing like that. You know, Sonic Boom, excuse me. Been watching a lot of My Little Pony lately. But other than that, you know, what happened was that a lot of the ocean area, there's probably a couple of fish and shit that died in there. So unfortunately, a couple of amphibians that probably ended up dying, which kind of sucks balls a little bit. You know, that's the stuff that we eat, obviously. We eat tuna, we eat fish, you know, any of my seafood lovers out there. Not much of a seafood person myself. The only two things I do that are seafood are like crabs and probably fish, and that's it. Maybe shrimp a little bit every now and then. But other than that, that's the only seafood I really eat. I really don't eat nothing else besides that seafood, you know. But besides all that, good news is nobody didn't get hurt, nobody got killed, wasn't 1,000 injuries like there was in Russia, and luckily there were no fatalities or any of that shit. But unfortunately, did kill a lot of the food industry for the seafood companies and shit, you know. So you don't know where the hell these meteors come from. You literally have no idea. They could be coming from billions and trillions of light years away from us. That there could possibly be life on those other fucking galaxies. You never know. Literally, I always think of myself every day. I'm not an astronomer or a Scientologist or rocket scientist. I'm none of those things. But if I was, there might end up being life out there. Maybe. I'm not one of those crazy extraterrestrial kind of people where there's life out there and like Mars and shit. Because let's just say that if there was life out there on Mars, we would have been found out like freaking decades ago, you know? Other than that, you know, that's really what it is. It could have been because, you know, they always say they find like these little ice blocks of water under the crust of their Mars. But you know what? Literally, sky's the limit when it comes to this type of topics, you know? The last thing I want to say about this meteor situation is that, like I said, no buildings, no houses were damaged during the process, thank God. And I know you can see in the other thing that I had, the other picture that I had, let me just zoom back to that. You can see like the flash of lightning or whatever. You can see that small, tiny little white speck right there. That was the meteor. Didn't have any houses or buildings because it was very far away from all the big giant populations like Brooklyn, Manhattan, Hell's Kitchen, Queens, you know, areas where I used to grow up in the Bronx when I lived in New York before I moved out to 702. You know, there was a lot of crazy ass places over there. I didn't live in a nice suburb area. I lived in a lot of like ghetto areas. It's very extremely dangerous. You know, you got your LA, Detroit, Michigan, Chicago. There's a lot of other ghettos out there. I'm not gonna brag and say New York's the worst ghetto because there's ghettos all over the fucking planet. The third world ones are a lot worse than the ones in the U.S. I'll just tell you that right now. There's always a lot of death, gun dealing, you know, drug dealing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. One more other thing I wanted to point out about this is that it didn't hit any fucking buildings, like I said the third time. Went straight to the ocean, which, like I said, there were no fatalities, no injuries, no reports on deaths. You know, as far as the Scientology community and everyone else that doesn't believe in God and shit and say that these are ending times that aren't happening, these could be ending times, maybe. Trials and tribulations, because if you look at the offshore banking cartel, the way the housing market, the bubble is, it's basically all an illusion, you know? They say things are getting better. They're just getting a billion times worse than they were in the beginning. There's a lot more police state. There's a lot more gun control that's going on in this country. There's a lot more legal immigration, not just from Mexicanos, but my race, but with a lot of other ethnicities out there too, okay? And another thing that's been going on is a lot of this New World Order. You know, Obama just last week he just visited Israel with that guy, King Bibi, aka, I was going to call him Vladimir Putin, but it's the other dude. I forgot his fucking name. Because Al-Azhar al-Assad, and then that other dude, I forgot his name too. Fuck. I don't know, I'll put his name down in the description box below so you can check him out. Yeah, but that's basically all I got to say. Is this ending times, or is it just, you know, another mainstream media, you know, propaganda, you know, basically a fear-mongering thing that people are getting all psyched out and crazy about, you know? I haven't seen this nowhere in the news yet. I've seen it on local news, but I haven't seen it on, like, that bullshit CNN or Fox, which I really don't watch anymore. But you know what? That's all I got to say for now. I'm going to shut the hell up right now before I keep rambling because it's going to end up being an hour video if I don't shut the hell up. So without further ado, like I always say, is what it is, ain't what it ain't. See you when I see you. Have a good day, have a good night wherever you're at around the planet. And peace out, take care. See you in the next one. Take care, goodbye. Be safe, everybody, and don't drink too much alcohol or smoke weed, all right? See you soon. Take care. I'm out. Happy Monday.